The woman just stepped outside and was shocked by what she saw. The lawn in front of her house had somehow turned into a dense forest. She asked her husband what was going on. The man said they've always lived here. His wife insisted that wasn't right. She clearly remembered last night. They had dinner together on the lawn outside. How could it turn into a forest overnight? Matt said she was probably just tired and told her to get some rest. The next morning Amy woke up, rushed outside to double check. But today the front yard was a hillside with a stream flowing below. Amy was so frightened, she slipped down the slope into the water. Luckily her husband got there in time and pulled her out safely. Amy hugged him tightly after waking, thanking him for saving her. But strangely, her husband claimed none of that happened. Amy touched her hair, which was still dry. There was no sign she had fallen in water. Could she have imagined the whole thing? Matt thought it might be because she had recently survived a car crash. Her parents were also in that car, and they didn't make it. The physical and emotional trauma might be causing these hallucinations. Amy thought that made sense, so she stayed home to rest. The next morning after breakfast, she asked Matt before going out if the forest was still out there. He said yes it was, but when she opened the door, it had turned back into the lawn. Amy sat on the ground in confusion. Everything looked so real. It didn't feel like a hallucination at all. Matt saw she still had doubts, so he suggested she take a walk. But Amy had barely walked a few steps when she felt dizzy and lightheaded. She tried to turn back, but then everything went black. Seeing her condition worsen, Matt took her to see a doctor. But the doctor said she was fine, and that taking her medication on time would stop the hallucinations. The next morning came quickly. Amy stepped outside with new confidence, but once again the scene had changed. This time she had a clever idea. She took out her phone, snapped a photo of the front yard, and sent it to her best friend. But to her surprise, her friend said that was exactly her yard. Amy finally accepted that she must be hallucinating. Feeling guilty, she brought her husband water, blaming herself for doubting him. But as she poured herself a glass, a memory suddenly came back. This was the first time since the accident she was pouring water for herself. Every other time, it was her husband who gave it to her. Thinking that over, she rushed to check the bottled water and found two different cap colors. She had been drinking from the red caps, while her husband only drank the blue ones. Could there be something wrong with the water?